Hi everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Now That's What I Call Music 48. Now if I've got my maths right, this is one volume before the halfway point. Chronologically speaking, there's two halfway points. There's the mathematical one, which would be 52.5 because we're on 105, or 105 is the next. Supposedly due any day now. We'll see if it still hits the streets. And then we have a chronological halfway point, which is in terms of time, starting our journey December 83. We're now coming up for April 2020. So we're at the halfway point time-wise, about halfway through 2001, about 18 and a half years either side. And in that context, we're 1 hour away from halfway through our journey through time and music. Yeah, I feel like I've already covered pretty much 2 decades of music history here. Obviously pop rather than any particularly underground genre, but we've paid our respects to the fads and the trends that have come in along the way. And this song's quite interesting for an Atomic Kitten song, certainly. The thing about Atomic Kitten is that they were the brainchild, believe it or not, of Andy McCluskey of OMD. And if this song sounded vaguely familiar, it might be because Andy McCluskey actually wrote it. So it's almost like an OMD song sung by a girl band. And in fact, it does remind me a bit of some of the old OMD stuff, particularly on Now 8, Forever Live and Die, which is quite an interesting one to compare to this, because you get the kind of same almost backing with just different vocals, and obviously, about 14 years progress technologically, because that was 86. So it's a pretty good song, actually. Certainly the only one by Atomic Kitten that I'm really going to spend any time on. And it's a fairly good start. Okay, one that I'm really not going to talk about, other than say I did listen just now, just to make sure that I'm not being prejudiced. It's Hearsay, Pure and Simple, which is the first of the sort of reality show generation songs to come through. Was it Pop Stars? Do you remember that guy, Nasty Nigel, or whatever his name was, before Simon Cowell? He was like a kind of prototype, Simon Cowell. Really a pox on music, this sort of stuff, and it is musically dire. I listen to it, it's like a really poor man's Never Ever by All Saints, but just a total copy without any of the kind of class of that. Okay, a couple that I'm going to skip through. We've got S Club 7 yet again. I forget how many songs they had, and Never Had a Dream Come True. That's also followed by one that I'm not going to dwell on, but it was popular. Nelly Furtado, Fly Like a Bird, or I'm Like a Bird. Yeah, she was really popular and pretty respected. A lot of people liked it. I just found it a bit irritating, really. I don't really want to hate on it, because I guess she was a genuine singer-songwriter and stuff. And I'm sure she'd do other stuff that I'd like more. So a kind of grudging acknowledgement of that one, if not a personal liking. Okay, now here's one that I guess is a pop culture classic. It's certainly been lampooned and parodied. Very, very funny parody of this on Life's Too Short, with Barry from EastEnders and Les Dennis and Keith Chegwin. Yeah, it's interesting, this song, because actually, if you break it down, I know it's a fun song and it's kind of supposed to be a joke, and you know, you're not really supposed to take it seriously, but it is basically about gaslighting. That's a term that you read a lot these days, gaslighting. Everyone's accused of gaslighting. What does it mean? Watch these lyrics. This song is all about gaslighting. It's basically just lying and totally denying stuff that actually happened. Yeah, so he's basically psychologically torturing the girl in the song. His girl catches him red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. They were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. But he's just saying, oh no, it wasn't me. Gaslighting, really? Turned into pop music, so make of that what you will. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. Right, okay. Now here's another real Culture Clash one. I love these, as you know, if you watch my videos. And thank you if you do, by the way. You know, it's always nice to know that people like them. But I carry on regardless. I'm really not doing this for sort of demographics or anything. I'm just doing it if anyone's interested. I find it interesting. Right, I've got to get the right mix of this one because there's a few. Yeah, basically it is Gorillaz and Clint Eastwood. This is the Ed Case and Sweetie Irie remix. So it's Damon Albarn and friends with Gorillaz, and this is their first appearance on the now. Certainly not Damon's. And it's a very weird juxtaposition of his voice with these kind of garage beats. Really good garage beats. I mean, Ed Case is like proper deal. It's yeah, you know, the original mix was good. I think this is really the killer mix. Just putting it in that garage style. And Damon's voice actually works really well like this. It's got that very, very catchy chorus sing-along bit. And then Sweetie Irie comes in and does all his stuff. So it's a love it or hate it one, but I think this is the one that I definitely my favourite remix. And this is the one that's on the now anyway. Right, Mojo, I keep calling them, Killing. They're back. Fairly carbon copy, identikit version of Lady. It's okay, but it's pretty much just a second single, nowhere near as well known. Chocolate Puma, I Wanna Be You. That was quite a good one. That was quite a good banging song. Same music would then be used by Nigel and Marvin for Follow the Leader a few years later, or even 1 year later, maybe even just a few weeks or months later. But I guess the original was Chocolate Puma, I Wanna Be You. Quite pumping. Fragma are back with Every Time You Need Me, featuring Maria Rubia. Again, it's a bit like Mojo. It's nowhere near as famous as Togger's Miracle, but it's still pretty good. It's a fairly good pop trance follow-up. Samantha Mumba is back with Always Come Back to Your Love. Like all her stuff, it's very professional, it's very slick, she's got a great voice. It's just not remembered. Nothing really stand out about it. Stronger by Britney. After Lucky, this is more in her psychodrama. It's maybe not quite as good as Lucky, lacking that killer hook, which she obviously got from Bruce Springsteen. But it's still interesting, and it's good to hear her saying she's going to fight and be stronger and stuff. So, yeah, that's good. Steps, yet again. It's the Way You Make Me Feel. Nothing to say about that. Emma Bunton, What Took You So Long? Bland, nothing really to say about that. Pop by Numbers. Ronan, The Way You Make Me Feel, not Steps, it's The Way You Make Me Feel. They should have put them together really for fun. Another Ronan song. I'm passing through a lot here. Nothing to say about that. Backstreet Boys, Shape of My Heart, probably heart shaped. Nothing to say about that. I Need You, Leanne Rimes, as always, it's one for my dad. Damage, Still Be Loving You, Adequate. Casey, Paradise, Adequate, not bad. Martine McCutcheon, nothing to say about that. Kylie, Please Stay, nothing to say about that. So about 10 songs really I've had nothing to say about, and it really does come to something when I've actually picking out a highlight as Bob the Builder. Can We Fix It? It's another purpose-built kids song. It's quite funny. It's just quirky. It is what it is. Can't really knock it. I just love the idea of guys in the studio trying to do something like that. Really trying to get into it. Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It? But it's better than half a shit on that side. Right, time for some quality. Finally, something good. I must say, this has been very disappointing, this side. Certainly compared to the last couple of nows. It's not been without its highlights. And here's another one. It's Eva Cassidy, and this is her first appearance on a now. And God, there's a lot of adverts on this one. It's only had 15 million views. I would have thought it would be a bit more than that, to be honest, bearing in mind that she is kind of legend. I'm just going to get a bit of bio stuff up about her. Enjoy the music. Don't really want to interrupt. It's very low res for music on these. I'm well aware of that. Firstly, it's not to break any copyright strikes on YouTube, and it's basically to get you to go out and buy the songs that you like. Really, I'm not here to try and like make money out of these songs. I'm trying to pick up the ones that are worthy of picking up. Now, Eva Cassidy had actually died in November '96, only 33, and yeah, this was their posthumous release. Obviously, and in terms of the song itself, well, it must be one of the most played songs of all time in all its different versions. It was actually composed by Harold Arlen with lyrics by Yip Harburg. Wow, do you know how old this song is? It must be the oldest song on the Now so far. 1939. Wow. So 81 years. Maybe Cotton Eye Joe's older, or some of those old bluesy, gospel-y ones that have been sampled. But yeah, I really don't want to cut this one short. I'll carry on. U2, Stuck in a Moment You Can't Get Out Of. That's a really nice song. That's one of U2's best. They've really come back well here, actually. I think noughties U2's better than 90s U2's in some way. Yeah, Stuck in a Moment You Can't Get Out Of. Nice emotional song. And I think that probably relates to a lot of people right now as well. Followed by Stereophonics and Mr. Writer. I'm laughing because of the lyrics. This is a funny song, really. It's Stereophonics really having a pop at music journalists. And I say having a pop at as literally one line, which is, I'd like to shoot you. He doesn't hang about. He doesn't kind of sugarcoat it or put it in kind of metaphors. It's literally, you've just enough, in my own view, education to perform, which was their album name, Just Enough Education to Perform. I'd like to shoot you all, and then you go home with you on your own. What do you really know? Mr. Writer, why don't you tell it like it is? Why don't you tell it like it really is before you go on home? So when you're reviewing a song like that, what can you do? If you sort of criticise it, it looks like you're just bitter and taking it personally. Whereas if you like it, it's like you're sort of trying to like say, oh yeah, no, it's not me. So I like the idea behind it. I think it's quite funny and it's direct. It's just not musically all that, but it's certainly interesting in terms of the lyrics. So yeah, fair play. Right, Coldplay, Don't Panic, as it says in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Useful advice in these times. And Inner Smile, Texas, still strong. Not one of their most memorable, but it's a good, consistent Texas song. Right, Robbie's back with Let Love Be Your Energy. Yet again, it's a good, strong Robbie song. Nothing particularly to say about this one after some of his real career highlights, but I think it's clear that he's had a really good run of good, strong, solid songs. So yeah, fair play. Okay, options. Do I play it or do I let Eva play out? I'm going to let Eva play out, I think. Buck Rogers, Feeder. Some more quality indie. Good to see kind of guitar pop coming back again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to fade this one nice and easily. You can't just drop this one. There we go. Eva Cassidy. Gorgeous, Over the Rainbow. Followed by Feeder and Buck Rogers. Remember this one? This was a big song. Wait for it. This is the one about drinking cider from a lemon, or is it cider from a lemon or something weird like that? She's got a house in Devon. Yeah, good song. Really, really good song, this. I really like this. Definitely what I'm calling good Disc 2 syndrome. We had this a lot on some of these nows. Disc 1 is an absolute troll. Disc 2 wheels out the good stuff. Okay, opinion is divided on this next one. Papa Roach, because it's ultra pop rock, Last Resort. It's another song about suicide. I say another. We have had a few. Last Resort. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. You know, as long as it doesn't glamorise that or anything, I think it's good to sort of bring real mental health stuff into lyrics. I'm noticing actually that is starting to happen now with some of these songs. It's like the 90s was very kind of escapist, and now we're starting to see a bit more kind of realism and emotional stuff coming in. Followed by Darts. Yeah, the Darts song. You know what I mean? Chase the Sun, Planet Funk. That was that their first song? I had a few. They did a really good one called The Switch, actually. But Chase the Sun, yeah, very popular with Darts fans in particular, certainly in terms of pop culture. I don't quite know how it came about, when it got played. That's followed by Safri Duo and Played Alive, aka the Bongo song. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's quite trancey, as you'd imagine, with a name like that. It's got lots and lots of bongos on it. Now, another love it, hate it one, and another one that I'm in the love camp, but not everyone does. Some people think it's sacrilege. We'd last had Dario G with Sunshine on one of these, which sampled, what was it? It was Life in a Northern Town by Dream Academy. We've last had the Cranberries with, I think it was Zombie on Now 29. This isn't actually Cranberries, it's the singer singing it. Very nice job she does too. This song itself, Dreams, didn't make her now. It's probably my favourite Cranberries song. And a lot of Cranberry fans probably really hate this, but hey, I don't. I love it. Yeah, and he sort of tranced it up and stuff. Yeah, I really like this one. It's such a beautiful song. Yeah. If you like Donk, then there's a good Donk mix of it, actually. So that's one that's really going to piss off the hardcore zombies. That's a different band altogether. Cranberries fans. Yeah, Dario G and Dream to me. But yeah, I really like this one. Okay, now here's another one that's dated in a weird way. It's not dated because of anything to do with the music. It's Jakarta, An American Dream. And it's dated because it samples American Beauty. Do you remember that film? I saw that in the cinema. Yeah, and do you remember who's in it? Kevin Spacey. So it's bad luck, really, isn't it, when you pick a film to sample that sort of people are very uneasy about now. Yeah, and God, that's a weird one. The Kevin Spacey. Have you seen his Christmas messages? What on earth do you make of them? Definitely interested in your thoughts in the comments there. Next time someone does something that you don't like, you can kill them with kindness. Weird. How did I get onto that? Oh yeah, Jakarta. Okay, that is followed up by one I have to play now. This, I think, is the best Sonic song that she did, and it's her third consecutive, I think, appearance. And this song has also been on her now, originally in a pretty shitty version, to be fair, by Brian Ferry, which was on Now 24. This is how this song should be done. I can't believe this has only had 4,000 views. What's wrong with people? I've got to like this one. It's her official channel. I might leave her a comment just telling her how amazing she is. Yeah, this is how this song should be done. Even though it's like obviously not remotely a dance song, let me remind you, it's a Screaming Jay Hawkins song. This has just got the spookiness, and it's got the edge in the vocal. Real banging beat. Yeah, this has really got the mojo, man. Her voice is just stunning, and how she builds and builds. She's really got the angst and the jealousy. She's got that right cocktail of emotions that this song needs. I'm sure not for real. She's lovely for real. It's music, isn't it? It's just entering a zone. Yeah. I love this. Okay. Mel B feels so good. Okay, it's just more mediocre X Spice stuff. There was a lot, wasn't there? Case of the X by Maya, that's pretty good actually. That's more kind of R&B stuff, 21st century R&B. Really good song. And not bad, but not as remembered. Shantae Moore, Straight Up, nothing to do with a Paula Abdul song. Same moniker. It's just totally forgotten now. But then I guess this is brilliant. And how people could forget this, God knows. But there we go. Stutter by Joe. Not Stutter Rap, which was on Now 11. Morris Minor and the Makers. More okay R&B. Just kind of forgotten. Right, Show Me the Money. Architects. Not as good as Body Groove. But still a good garage song. A very good one by Luck and Neat, Piano Loco, which is quite piano-based. Really nice kind of almost Latin piano sounds with loads of garage stuff over it. And finally, on this one, it's Loco by Fun Loving Criminals. We've had Piano Loco followed by Loco. That's another good one. It's more kind of straight hip-hop. It's kind of bluesy as well. And I think it's sampled from, is it the Little River Band or someone? Or if not sampled, replayed from it. And it's a good song. Like a lot on this now, it's really not that remembered. There's an awful lot that aren't remembered on this now. There's a fair few that are. If we go through them, see what we got then. Okay, Whole Again, Atomic Kitten. For Atomic Kitten, it's good. And it's a bit interesting to hear kind of post-OMD, Andy McCluskey. Shaggy, It Wasn't Me, despite my misgivings of the lyrics. Clint Eastwood, Gorillaz, yep, definitely, especially the Ed K Sweetie Irie remix. Chocolate Puma, I Want to Be You's okay. Then a lot that aren't, a real lot that aren't. Maybe for kitsch, Shits and Giggles, Bob the Builder. Definitely Eva Cassidy, Over the Rainbow. U2, Stuck in the Moment, that's pretty good. For Shits and Giggles, Mr. Writer by the Stereophonics. Then some that are good but not remembered. Buck Rogers, Feeder, yup. Chase the Sun, Planet Funk. Up to a Point, Safri Duo. Up to a Point, Dario G. Possibly Tainted Classic, American Dream. Forgotten Classic, Put a Spell on You. Case of the X by Myers, okay. And in terms of classics, maybe Loco, Fun Loving Criminals, Obscure. So, pretty obscure some of them, but it's a good volume all in all. Not bad at all. Okay, see you later everyone. I'll be back with Now 49.